Hello everyone, and this is to tell you the great news that the Texture Animator plugin for Daz Studio 4 updates are completely done, and did quite a few bug fixes and really updated the code so it would be more compatible with Windows 10. We had some problems from some users that were getting some errors on some configurations of Windows 10, some math errors, division by zero errors, and the base opacity feature had it was working great on Windows 7, but for some reason when Windows 8 came, or I mean Windows 10 came out, started having problems. So I completely redid that. It's working great, and that should work. These updates should work on any operating system. I removed all the complex math, and everything is working really good. I added a progress bar for the jump the frame progress, and I'll show you what that does here. Of course, rewind just goes to zero. That don't take no time at all. But like say if you wanted to frame 50, click on it, you see the progress. You see the progress of it, or 51 actually. It's a little slower because I'm running the screen recorder. But the more frames you have in the scene, like in this case there's 500, and the more you have and the more texture animations you have, the slower it is. But be patient, it gets there. You'll see the little busy signal, and then when it's done, it'll go all the way over there. Um, all the other features work exactly like it should. Um, Nothing's been changed to the setups or how stuff is done in the by the user. All those setup steps are all exactly the same. How to create a texture animation, camera switch, or the rendering or the base opacity setups, that's the same. Um, and this is a free model I got at shareCG. It has both commercial and private usage rights to it. Originally it's just a static model. And you see I got a background. This is an animated background. Some clouds I made up. And in order to animate the props, this texture animation will save you a lot of money buying, so you don't have to buy 3D models with animatable components. What I did with this model is I took the model into Blender, and originally it had just the plain Jane props, not moving, and it had landing gear that was down, the doors were open, and what I did is I deleted out the landing gear, I closed the doors, and I removed the props, and this, let me go into perspective view, zoom in here. This uh, propeller blade texture animation comes with its own geometry plane that was created in Daz Studio, and you just align it to the engine where you want to position it, and then parent it to the aircraft model. In this case, it's got two engines, so there's two propeller blade animations, and it works pretty good. I have a little video online that has it going at full speed if you want to check it out. But if you're into making aircraft, any kind of aircraft like scenes or movies or anything, um, actually I gotta move that frame. I moved my camera. I moved something else there too. Anyway, let me reposition it here. Oh, now I did it. I messed up my scene. Let's undo this. Okay. Did that so you can, I was going to show you play it here. But okay, now we're back going. texture animations are running. And you can see they work really well, and it'll save you a ton of money, so you don't have to go buy models of aircraft. There's a bazillion of them available for free online. Of course, just check the usage rights if you want to use it commercially. This particular one is a shareCG. It's of a C123 Fairchild, and I had the URL for it here somewhere. Anyway, don't want to get off topic, but anyway, like I said, I deleted the props out, the landing gear, closed the doors manually. I took my propeller blade texture animation prop, which is just a simple geometry plane that was created in Daz Studio. I play the texture animation on, position those on each of the engines, set up Texture Animator for texture animation job on each one. Click play, and you get yourself a pretty spiffy new aircraft model you can use in Daz Studio. Now this particular one, like, since it has the landing gear down, you want to make two versions of it. One would have edited with these my free propeller blade texture animations, a version with it that, and another version with the static one as it's sitting on the ground with landing gear down, so you can, if you want to do a scene on the ground. If not, you just use this version. But I edited this in Blender, like I say, removing the blades and moving that stuff, and I imported it. Comes as an object file, and I just imported the object file in. So, but that new little one will save you a lot of money in the long run in models. So, and you can't beat the price because the model's free and my texture animation is free. Of course, my plugin's not free, but that's the power of texture animations. You can do quite a bit. You're only limited by your imagination. And of course, Blender works great for special effects too, creating that. But I also use After Effects. That's what these were created in, was in Adobe After Effects. And that's about it. And oh, I wanted to cover one thing. There was a user that whenever you click on like say, well, in this case we're going to edit existing setup. Now, when you hit the browse button, it should pop up, well, of course, it already has this already set to that one, this particular texture, so it goes to that where it was at. But this Texture Animator folder should be in the default My Library location, because the plugin is designed so when you click on that, it automatically goes to that folder. So I'll show you, in case you don't know, where that location is. On Windows 10, it's in this PC, My Documents. There's Daz 3D Studio, and there's the My Library folder. And that's where the plugin looks for My Library for loading stuff up. But when you click that button and it's not loading that directory, that means you don't have it in the correct location. If you're on Windows 7, it should be in your regular Documents folder, not in the public area, but on your hard drive. And of course, Daz 3D Studio, My Library. But for Windows 10, you can find it through this PC Documents area. But just so you know, that's for makes life a whole lot easier having My Library folder in that location. And that's about it. And thank you for watching. And like I say, the plugin works extremely well now. Works great for propeller animations and stuff. And like I say, there was a bunch of bug fixes we fixed for the texture animation part. It wasn't landed on when you're, like, if you in a loopable animation that loops endlessly through the keyframes, when you were stepping through, or it wasn't changing to the correct texture that was fixed. And the base opacity animation, when I tested it originally on Windows 7, it worked beautifully, but now I am up to Windows 10, and I don't know if it was Windows 10 and that did it, but there was fixed that, and it wasn't working quite right when you were fading the model out on the first time. And that was about it. But updates that were made, all the complex math was removed, and like I say, that's where this progress bar is here. The complex math was there for jumping around in the timeline. It made it extremely fast, but it wasn't very compatible with Windows 10 or new operating systems. So this way it's slower, but it ensures 100% compatibility with operating systems and configurations. So anyway, enjoy the plugin, and like I say, check out this new propeller blade texture animation. It works great. It'll save you a ton of money not having to buy aircraft models, and they also work good for helicopters. Um, okay, thank you for watching, and hope you enjoy the plugin. Oh, and if you find any issues or anything, problems that you're having, in the README file is the instructions on how to contact me at Renderosity. Uh, and if you bought the plugin and you like the new features, um, go ahead and rate it at Renderosity if you like. I only got one so far, but I'm sure you're gonna love it, especially with what's been done here. So, okay, thank you.